Hey, obviously a disappointing finish. Just it's kind of an emotional roller coaster there at the end. You just talk about being high 1 minute and down low the next.
Well, I think it was an awesome game overall. We had a shot to win at the end of regulation, shot to win at the end of overtime. You know, really good college environment against a great team, and I think a lot of the focus. I think maybe we all want to talk about the last play, but that was a breakdown that we can fix really easily. A little mishap play that we've been running actually since we started practice. It's been one of our favorite pressure plays with 5 seconds to go, and it's one of those classic killer plays that the last thing you want is to give them an opportunity. We'd obviously love to have it over again, but I really think the key to the game when we got to eliminate the stretches of that we were up 10 and we had about a 6 or 8 minute stretch where we broke away from what we need to do offensively together, had some turnovers that we couldn't defend, and we started jogging back on defense, and that was the turning point in my mind when all of a sudden it became a game when we had an opportunity to maybe expand our lead.
That point was right out. Did he go out for a minute with a hurt ankle or something?
He went out with a hurt something. I haven't gotten the report on it, and as far as the timing, I don't think it was.
That was during that run.
It might have been during that run, but that's not where it started. It didn't start when he went out. It just, we had a couple of turnovers. We got a little loose with the ball, and we didn't run back with the same intensity. It's an unusual thing to have a team come into our building later in the game and run on us, and I think we were caught by surprise a little bit. But they're really good. That's why they lead the country in scoring. Attacked us a number of times in transition. Got us, they got to the foul line. 25% of their offense is at the foul line. And I thought there were some pretty good charge opportunities there, which we tried and didn't get the calls. But for the most part, it came down to some one-on-one with some really good players. At the end of the day, I thought we guarded a lot of their actions pretty well, and our guys were dialed into the game plan. But that's an elite team, and there's a reason they're in the top 10 in the country.
Larry, do you know anything about your team now that you didn't know before tonight?
It's more of the learning process. I think there's been a lot of questions from people. Are you ready? With such a soft preseason schedule, are you ready for Pac-12 play? I knew we were before, and I know we are now. So it just more solidified. I didn't really learn anything new, about our guys. I thought we were pretty gutty, and we're committed to defending, to hold that team, I think below 30 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. And really it was an off night for us offensively. It wasn't one of our better offensive performances. I thought we missed some layups, missed a number of open looks, and missed some putbacks around the rim, some little drop-offs. Otherwise, offensively, we could have made a lot of improvements. I'm not sure how much further we can come defensively if we bring that kind of effort. It's really positive.
Coach, considering how you lost this game, is it a blessing in disguise?
No.
That
I don't even know what you're going to say. That's such an oxymoron.
okay.
Okay.
I'll rephrase the question.
Sure.
Considering how this game ended, is it good for you guys that Oregon State comes up less than 48 hours away? That you guys got to completely put this out on your mind, get Oregon State on your mind, and go and play on Saturday afternoon?
Well, I told the guys, it's funny because I was kind of going through this before the game was even played. Win, lose, whatever happened tonight, we weren't going to celebrate and we weren't going to get too down, because it is that the reality is that we're playing 40 hours later, So it's certainly not an advantage compared to what Oregon State's. I wouldn't want to paint it as though we've got an advantage over Oregon State. Yeah, they're on the road. They got an airplane to catch, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, really. I hate to be, it was such a blah answer, but the reality is the schedule, the Oregon teams will play once, unless it happens again in Vegas, and it's a 2 o'clock game, and regardless of what would have happened, it would have been really important for us to bounce back and start preparing, and we're going to try to get upstairs and watch, the Beaver game right now. I think at Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, it's on at 8 o'clock, so miss that a little bit, but that's the nature of the league. It's kind of NBA-ish, where a guy can get right back on the horse again and let it fly again. It's a little disheartening, but I don't think that taste will be in our mouth for too long.
Yeah,
Talk about
Larry,
timeouts.
did you feel? Steve, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, just the timeouts. I wonder, you have one was 7 seconds, one was 6 seconds. Is that what you want, or is it cutting it a little close there?
No, that's exactly, I mean, that's exactly what I want, and the idea is that we're gonna get the last shot. You know, we don't risk a turnover with 13 seconds. We talked about it with both situations and the plays that we had run. You know, have ample time against man or zone with that amount of time. It was ironic that, you know, it might have been thought that we didn't have enough time in the first play, or in the overtime, and actually it ended up we had too much time. But that's what we worked on. We worked on a shoot around today. We had fun with our side out of bounds plays, simulating game winners, and it, you know, didn't come to fruition, but we'll learn from it. You know, again, it's a little adverse environment. It's a new situation for us, and I know that those guys, there won't be any mistakes made like that next time.
I guess you don't want to say what the play was you were trying to do at the end there.
I mean, I can just, you know, for your sake, I think it would probably bore you, just something that we've been
Trying to
working
get
on.
it to Jordan.
We've been working on a
Dallas
lot.
trying to get it to Jordan. So
Well, that would have been the option. It's a triangle play out of the side out of bounds. They can't take away everything. There's gonna be something open, and unfortunately, we probably went to our fourth read a little early, which was Dallin in the post, when he should have been the last read. You know, we knew that DeLon was gonna be guarded pretty intently on the side out of bounds, and we had a little play set up to potentially go back door out of that, or get the ball to Jordan and let him isolate. And, you know, if Dallin did get the ball, we were supposed to have a little screening action and not put him in such a tough situation to make a play like that. But you know, we know within that the answers are there, and we know what the mistake is, and like I said, I hope we get that chance again down the road to run something similar.
I was gonna ask you, Larry, you talked about your schedule a little bit. You feel, would you do this again, and you feel a little bit vindicated that, you know, you had this schedule, but it seems to have worked out as well as you could have hoped?
Well, I mean, when, you know, a lot of the schedule talk, Brad's been, our schedule, maybe we're a little bit ahead in terms of our kids coming along a little faster, and I, you know, I like our team, but when a lot of the schedule was done, a year and a half ago, we were coming off a 6-win season. So, it's an example of controlling at this point what we can control. And there's been a lot of hypothetical questions. Have we played a hard enough schedule? Whatever the case is, it's nothing we can change now. And it's kind of like our same mission statement with our team, is you try to wake up and get a little bit better. I feel good about our team. You know, hopefully we've, you know, had enough competition and won enough games to get confident, and I think we have a pretty good idea how we have to play regardless of who it is that we're playing.
Oregon averages 90 points a game, and you were able to hold them to 70. Is that a credit to your defense, or is that more of their bad shooting?
No, it's our defense. I mean, we can talk about their bad shooting. They haven't shot it bad all year. You know, they've got some guys that are off the charts, and if they're missing shots, you know, I don't think there's anything special about this arena that causes them to miss. You know, that's 70 points, but it's also a 5-minute overtime, so they'd be down in the 60s. And we know in order to be a good team, we're going to have to defend. You know, in this league, it's got to be our priority, and it was. Offensively, like I said, things didn't click so much. Otherwise, it's a heck of a night for us.